working on those turnovers today?
We watched them. We watched them and talked about them.
How does that go when you do that?
You know, it goes good, actually. You know, those are a lot of times some humbling plays, you know, to watch. But to me, like, you know, it's tough stuff to go over and watch, but it's necessary. But we're playing so good and we're playing so hard, and I'm just trying to get our guys to understand when we play that hard, we got to demand better with taking care of that ball. Because to give up that many transition points based on turnovers, you know, and then you throw in tough shot selection, you know, not executing, and like there's a lot of things that get you there, you know. But we got to just keep working with our guys and we just keep simplifying things and just getting them to understand. Just make this simple, easy play, and we'll deal with it later, you know.
So it sounds like, based on what you've said numerous times, that they're trying to do the right things. It's not like they're making selfish turnovers. They're just not necessarily making the right play within the exact moment. Sort of like when Shard tried to go behind the back at late there. That was kind of unnecessary, but he wasn't necessarily trying to be selfish. He's trying to make a play.
Well, we don't have selfish guys, you know. We don't have that problem. Most of our turnovers are lack of experience in those moments and just like bad decisions, you know. But we don't have guys just trying to do it on their own, which is a great thing. So it's really the only way to get experience and to go and get there is to go through it. And a lot of times it's painful. But you know, I can like prepare, for instance, shading for that moment or ant for that moment or this or that. But until you actually go through it, it don't really hit you a little bit different, you know. So, yeah, but it was good though. We talked about it, you know, about that thing. We've been talking a ton about our rebounding, you know, and I think the last few games we've been amazing at it. You know, we've done it. We out-rebounded Dallas last night. You know, Dallas is 6th in the league in second chance points. They didn't score at all in second chance in the first half. Only got 3 in the second half. It's a big improvement. You know, that's a big. So you just try to these small victories that you can just keep focusing on. I'm just keep telling our guys, let's just keep getting a little bit better every day. You know, we're not gonna have a huge, crazy jump, but just keep focusing on these different things every day, and you'll be amazed at where you end up at. You know.
Considering that too, you're a little over a quarter way through the season. How do you feel like the team has come along, just in terms of all those things you kind of set out to improve at the beginning of the year?
I think good. You know, as you start to get to know your team, you know, you start to make these changes and change up defensive stuff, offensive stuff as you get to know the squad more. But I think overall, I think we're doing well. You know, we're doing well. In terms of learning how to play with each other, in terms of where we are. I think defensively, when we can get teams to play in the half court against us, we're pretty dang good. You know, when we don't and we turn it over and they get transition points, it's tough to absorb that. You know, offensively, I think we're still trying to find our rhythm offensively in terms of everybody finding their right spots and the rim decisions. You know, we need to be so much better there. We struggle at the rim, you know, but a lot of it has to do with the decision that we make when we get there. So we you know, a lot of improvements that we've made, and we still got a lot to make.
Is the turnover thing something you struggled with early in your career, like especially as a point guard, like having the ball a lot?
I never struggled with the amount of turnovers. I was always pretty, like, I took care of the ball. When I was young, what I struggled most with is jumping in the air, turning the ball over. Jumping in the air, trying to pass. Because in college, I was good enough to get away with it. And then in the league, they was just picking it off every time, you know. So it took me a while to adjust to that. But what I'm trying to teach our guys and tell our guys, for the most part, is like, we need to be much better at playing off of 2 feet instead of going in there, getting out of control, getting off of your feet. Now you got to make a decision in a short amount of time because you can't come back down. It's just travel, you know. So playing off of 2 feet is something that I'm trying to focus on with our guys.
How long did it take you to figure that out?
Probably, I would say about halfway through the season, I was much better at it, you know. But it took me probably 40 games, though. Yeah.
Coach, any updates on injuries at this point for tomorrow?
I know Scoot had MRI yesterday, and went good. He just showed that he does have a contusion there, and you know, he's feeling pretty good. So he probably need a couple days, but I think he's still pretty much day to day, though. You know? Yeah.
Probably not tomorrow, maybe Friday.
Probably not tomorrow. See how he feels after that, but you know, that was good news, though.
And Rob still in the protocol?
Yeah, Rob's still in the protocol, yeah.
So he's not on the trip?
No.
Are there any areas with this team where you are behind, where you hope to be at the quarter point mark? You thought you'd be better at certain things? Well, it sounds like you're pretty on par with what you hope.
I think we're pretty much on par with where we want to be. Like, there's obviously, as a coach, there's obviously so many areas that you like, man, we should be better at, you know. But that's just me as a coach and as a competitor. But when I take a step away from it, I could sit here and say, dang, we came a long way in a short amount of time, you know, with our guys. So let's just try to keep your head down, keep building, you know, and learn how to keep leads, learn how to close games, learn, you know, little small things that good teams just do, you know.
And not that you would be satisfied with 8 wins, but you talked about, a lot of people talked about how tough the schedule was the first 30 games. To be 8-13, given all the newness and young, et cetera, et cetera. Again, I know you're going to say we're happy with 8 wins, but given the schedule, do you feel pretty good about where you guys are?
I do. I think we've done a good job, you know, and I think I look at this and say, man, if we rebounded a little better, if we took care of it a little better, we might have 4 more wins right now. So let's make no mistake, it is a grueling schedule, you know, but I think we've done a good job. Our guys have stayed together. Having good health has been really important for us. And then we still got a lot of guys that are out, you know. But, yeah, I think where we're at now, I think it took us till after Christmas to win 8 games last year. So I'm very happy with that, you know. But I just know that there's so much more we can be better, you know.
Will you be scoreboard watching tomorrow? The game's prior to yours in the tournament?
No.
Do you have
I won't.
Any idea of like what needs to happen for?
Yeah, one of my little analytics guy, Jacob, was breaking down the scenarios, and
You fell asleep, right?
nah, that's all fine and good, but you know, we got a basketball game to play, and you got to play the right way, and all the chips will fall however they fall. But you start getting distracted on this and that, and it takes you off of what you need to do. So I let the smart people do that. I'll just try to coach the game, man.
Did he give you a number at all? Was he like, do you have this percentage chance, or is it just like this is what has to happen?
No, it was more like he's a percentage guy too, but it was more like this team needs to lose, this team needs to lose, we need to win, and I'm not sure by how many. I don't know.
Well, I think it's if OKC lose and if Dallas loses and we win.
You just gotta be
There you go.
I had to read like 5 times. That's good.
See what I'm saying?
But then if one of those wins,
See, now you're still going.
by a lot
You
of,
gotta win by like 41
There's
points.
one where it's like if you guys lose in overtime, if you lose but it's in overtime, and then something happens with the other games, there's like some weird. Yeah, it's,
See what I'm saying?
I don't even
can't
fully
even pay
understand
attention
all
to
of
to
it.
your point. Yeah.
I just want to like play a basketball game, and then we'll see what the heck happens. I don't know, man. All that stuff, I don't know.
Real quick, we haven't asked you much about Ayton lately. He left for a while. You guys were playing pretty well without him. He came back. Seems like he's playing pretty well, though, right?
Yeah, I think DA's doing a good job. You know, I think he recognized when he went out and how we played and how Big Donovan and Big Rob, how that roll to the rim has really opened up the middle of the floor. And I think DA, you know, he's done a good job, you know, coming back to the team and just trying to play the right way, trying to play the correct way, sacrificing himself on a lot of roles, and I think he's done a good job.
All right, all good?
You got
All right,
anything?
guys.